3 decades of PlayStation magic all wrapped up in a console. The PlayStation 5 Slim 30th Anniversary Limited Edition isn't just a console, it's a celebration of gaming history. Hey everyone, it's Rubes, and I am extremely grateful and fortunate to say that today I will be unboxing and giving you my first impressions of the long-awaited PlayStation 30th Anniversary Limited Edition PS5 Slim console. I was lucky enough to purchase this console myself through a gaming shop in Australia, so this video is not sponsored and this nostalgic console is not gifted. This is just me unboxing what I believe will be a piece of gaming history that I hold dear to my heart. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like, as it really helps me out and keeps me making more videos for you. Now let's dive into this unboxing and relive the nostalgia. From the very first moment you see the box, it sets the tone. The grey color scheme of the console and controller, the retro patterns of the typography, and the iconic classic PlayStation logo make it feel like you're holding a piece of history. It even says limited edition right over the entire box. Nice flex, PlayStation. And it's not just the design, it's the feeling you get when you're holding the box. If you've ever unboxed something truly special, you'll know exactly what I mean. It's like PlayStation wanted this moment to feel as important as the console itself. As soon as you slide open the first tab of the outer box, you're greeted with what feels like a museum exhibit. Lifting the lid, the entire inner box is printed with every single piece of PlayStation tech from the past 30 years. Whether they're consoles, handhelds, the various accessories, you name it, it's all there. It's like a love letter to the fans who've been here since day one. I couldn't help but pause and admire the artwork. It's not just random designs thrown together. Each piece is carefully laid out, from the classic PS1 to the variations of the PSP and even the VR headsets. It's a stunning tribute that makes you want to frame the box instead of storing it away. Next, we're down to the inner box, proudly stamped with the 30th anniversary logo right there on the top. The attention to detail here is just unreal. It's subtle yet striking, and it sets the mood perfectly for what's inside. Just looking at that logo immediately gave me butterflies. As soon as you open the inner box, right on top you have this elegant box featuring line drawings of every PlayStation generation, from the original PlayStation all the way to the current PS5. From the blocky charm of the PS1 to the sleek curves of the PS5, it's a visual reminder of how far we've come. The box itself feels like it's a collectible. These line drawings of the PlayStation consoles aren't just illustrations, they're a timeline of gaming evolution. Inside this box is the controller, neatly packed in a foam bag to the left. Now, this controller might function like a standard DualSense, but the aesthetics are next level. The action buttons are the same color as the original PS1 controller, and the PS logo home button gets the retro treatment as well. Flipping it over, you'll see the PlayStation 30th Anniversary slogan printed on the back, a subtle but powerful detail. And in the middle, a box with the instruction manuals, which, let's be honest, you'll probably never even read. Then we have this smaller box with the icon of a gift on top, which is quite fitting because, let's be honest, this entire unboxing feels like it's Christmas morning. When you slide it open, you're greeted with some incredible extras: a USB cable attachment mimicking the original PS1 controller connection, 4 cable ties that are designed with the iconic PlayStation action buttons and each a different color, a PlayStation logo bubble sticker, and even a PlayStation logo paperclip. Little touches like this make this entire experience feel truly special. And that USB attachment, that's absolutely genius. It's such a small detail, but it screams nostalgia. If you were fortunate enough to have an original PlayStation console growing up, or even a PlayStation 2, you remember how iconic that chunky connector was. It's these little details that make you feel like PlayStation really gets its fans. To the right of this first box are foam bags containing 2 sets of horizontal legs, short ones for the digital setup and long ones for a disc drive setup. These horizontal console legs themselves are finished in the same grey as the console, blending seamlessly with the design. It's a small touch, but it makes a big difference when you're setting it up. No mismatched colors here, just pure consistency. And next to that, we've got the Australian power cable, which is a practical and thoughtful thing to include. Moving further into the unboxing, underneath there's what I can only describe as a Saturn feeling folio, which is also stamped with the 30th anniversary logo on one side, and the inline 30th anniversary logo made up of the action buttons, which in order reads triangle, the number 3, circle, X, square. Moving forward, I'll refer to this logo as the action button logo. Inside the folio is a premium poster that feels more like art than paper. One side is a universal print, which is the PS logo made up of the same drawings of the device pattern found on the inside of the outer box mentioned earlier, while the other side, each box had one of 30 poster designs. Mine features the original 1994 PlayStation ad, a tribute to where it all began. I honestly had a mind-blown moment when I saw this. Although reading up on the inclusions on PlayStation's website after the unboxing, I honestly did not know these posters were going to be a thing. To some, this would have been a small detail, but seeing this poster of the original PlayStation not only took me back 30 odd years, it blew my mind instantly while making me even more grateful for being fortunate enough to secure one of these limited edition consoles. Next up, we have this longer box housing the HDMI and USB-C cables. And here's the standout, the included vertical stand, which isn't part of the regular Slim or even the Pro Edition consoles. It's finished with the same retro grey as this limited edition console and covered in tiny action button logos, making it a true collector's piece. Honestly, much like the poster, the stand was such a surprise. I didn't even realize it was included until I saw it in the box. And finally, we're down to the main event, the console itself. Wrapped tighter than a sandwich at a deli, every layer you peel back just builds the anticipation. And when you finally reveal it, it's an emotional gut punch. The nostalgia hits hard. The grey color scheme, the original logo colors, the PlayStation 30th anniversary slogan printed between the covers, it's a perfect masterpiece. Even the inside of the console covers is covered in the tiny 30th action button logos. It's a detail you might never notice unless you're looking closely, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's like PlayStation wanted to make sure no corner of this console was left untouched. And those tiny action button logos, they're everywhere. Inside the console covers, as I mentioned, on the ends of the USB-C cables, on the disc drive cover itself, and even on the back of the controller. It's like an Easter egg hunt for fans. While this console delivers a huge nostalgia factor, there's one thing that's missing, a unique software experience. No special dashboard, nor any exclusive wallpapers. I had high hopes the boot screen would be that of the original PlayStation, giving you the option through settings to toggle between the retro and modern to your liking, or even if it was a one-time thing similar to how the Pro console had a one-time boot screen. But sadly, this was not the case. It's a bit disappointing for such a special edition. Still, as a physical celebration of 30 years of PlayStation, it's hard to beat. Perhaps we can reach out to PlayStation as a community to add this as a feature on all consoles. Let me know what you think of that in the comments below. The 30th anniversary limited edition PS5 isn't just a console, it's a celebration, it's a tribute, and it's a time machine all rolled into one. I've had this console for a few days now at the time of making this video, and it still feels unreal. Waking up and looking at this nostalgic machine takes me to my childhood and transports me throughout the different stages of my life with the different generations of every console. Then it brings me right back to here and now, with the PS5 symbolizing how far we've come as gamers, leaving nothing but a big smile on my face every morning. Let me know your thoughts about the 30th anniversary limited edition PS5 console in the comments below, if you think it's worth it or otherwise. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll catch you in the next episode.